We are so glad you are here today to come to the mansion. I believe it was First Lady Geraldine Dalton who said, when you come through the front doors of the mansion, you have a hand clasp with history. You're actually shaking hands with history when you come into this beautiful mansion. And just look at the doors you came through. They're large and they're massive. They're 13 feet tall. They weigh hundreds of pounds and they swing perfectly on German hinges, so-called German hinges because that's where the metal was first made. It's actually made of zinc, copper, and nickel all put together. So they swing beautifully and they greet you every time you come to the mansion. And if you look up a little higher, you can see the clear transom that was put in to allow light into the hallway. Now there's a second set of double doors into the mansion that have glass panes in them. It was actually Governor Marmaduke who put those glass doors in because he liked to work here in the great hallway of the mansion to do his work, and he wanted to let some light in. It was also First Lady Geraldine Dalton who said, I stand a little taller every time I come into the mansion. And who couldn't stand taller in this beautiful hallway? It's 17 feet tall from the floor to the ceiling. And if you look at the stenciling above, you can see all the different patterns that were made that were very popular back in the 1870s. That's actually 23 karat gold that is painted on the ceilings. And artisans back then used silver and gold to illuminate light back into the room to give it sparkle and lovely illumination for the governor's parties and inaugural balls that they would have here. If you look on the floor below, you can see the same kind of patterns made out of oak and walnut. And they were also popular designs from mansion in the 1870s and the 1880s. When you walk into the great hallway, the first thing you notice are these beautiful chandeliers that are hanging down, the open doorways from side to side, and the wide soaring windows all the way across. This type of architecture was called Renaissance Revival. It took its influences from Italian and Greek architecture. All of the designs are long and straight with a lot of classical orders and beautiful designs built in. When the mansion was built, though, in 1871, we didn't have electricity, we didn't have bathrooms, and we didn't have closets. So how did the mansion light itself? With either gas light, candle light, or oil light. The light fixtures that you see above me are actually called gasoliers. Natural gas would be piped down through the center, and then a servant would come and twist the knobs and light the chandeliers, the gasoliers, and that would allow light out into the room. And if you look above the gasolier, you can see the Missouri State tree, which is the dogwood blossom enamored all around through the stenciling.